All right.
Hey everyone, welcome to Fast Forward, the podcast about real conversations, not highlight reels. We explore the people behind the work, how they think, what drives them, and how they grow. Today, I am joined by Gabriel Müller, aka Mehmet Şampiyon Bisiklet. He's a man of mystery, which makes it that much cooler to have him on the podcast today. Gab is a close friend and someone I look up to. He is a generous human who opened up the world of Berlin to me when I moved there in 2019. Gab, so good to see you. How are you, man?
I'm good. What about you?
Good, good. Looking forward to this conversation and happy to have you on.
Yeah, happy to be here. For you, anything.
For me,
For us,
this is the first of many podcasts with you. Hopefully, we could have like a running show together or something like that,
yeah, why not?
depending on where you are in the world.
Exactly.
You're currently in Colombia, yeah?
Currently in Colombia until April, until the real start of the cycling season. Actually, it
Mm.
starts next week, but it's in Dubai. It's 5 days, but then I have a kind of a hold of 2 months, no racing until April. It's a lot of time, but
Yeah,
then there's a good schedule after, so it's fine. It's okay. And I get to spend more time here in Colombia, which I like during the winter. Well, our
yeah,
winter.
sure. It's summer currently.
Yeah, here is always summer, pretty much.
Amazing. And the training there is exquisite, or is it something that you have to kind of look for? How is it acclimated towards cycling?
It's probably the best place to be because you've got people are very friendly towards cyclists, drivers very respectful, nobody is hateful. The roads are incredible. It's surrounded by mountains, so you're like in a valley, and then you've got mountains everywhere. The traffic is not so bad actually. So, and where I'm located, I'm immediately in the mountains,
Oh, okay, so it's
and
right there.
it's right there, and there's a real cycling culture. So you've got bike shops with really good mechanics. Like yesterday, I had a mechanical, and the bike shops here are really efficient. I just bring it, and they're like, "Oh, we'll take care of it. Tomorrow it's yours. It's done." If that was in Europe or in Berlin, it would take weeks to get repaired.
Yeah.
The competence here is high, not just cycling. It's anything. People are really, the quality of their work matters. And then there's a high quality of service. It's nice.
Hmm. And that you're
It's
saying
also
that's like across the board.
yeah. People care whether it's you want to have a doctor come over, you'll get someone coming have immediately. They're good um, across the board.
That's
Cleaning
super
lady is actually
interesting.
here and I know she's gonna do a fantastic job, and it's affordable. It's a developing country, so actually like the people need to work. There's no handouts. It's like you got to work,
Mm,
and people care. And it's very different in Berlin, as you know.
yeah. Well, I haven't been to Colombia, but I imagine
Yeah.
I was in Brazil last year, but I'm sure that's somewhat comparable to Colombia.
Yeah, it could be. It could be. I haven't. I spent also a month in Brazil 2 years ago, but
Mhm.
I didn't get as deep as that. So I don't really know. I just stayed there a month, and
It
then
it
I
was
couldn't
more.
really tell if it was the same or not. I can tell that the people are warm.
Mhm.
I mean, we've got Brazilian friends here, and I think the culture is
Yeah.
probably pretty similar.
I'm sure it is. But it's one thing to be traveling, it's another thing to, like, live or spend more months at a time, and that's what is so cool about I like to travel slowly if I can or
Yeah.
live somewhere for more than, a typical trip would be. So, you
Right.
learn so much about, like, the culture, like you're saying, about the quality of things.
Correct. Because I've been here for, well, if you add it all up, because I've been coming for like 10 years.
Yeah.
It's probably like a length of 2 years. So I'm starting to like know people, know how things work, and it took that longer. And having
Yeah.
a Colombian girlfriend also changes things because she's
Yeah.
I meet the family, I see how people are, and she's got the contacts and stuff like this. And then I
Yeah.
really get to know the country. Yes,
Yeah, through her family and connections, you have an even more in-depth understanding of
yeah,
the
absolutely,
country as a whole.
absolutely.
Yeah, so I didn't realize it was that great of a spot for cycling. Is
It
so
is. It's
that
fantastic, man. It's fantastic.
is
It's
that what
good
brought
weather.
you there originally?
Oh, originally, I have a good friend of mine who used to live here, a French guy, who's actually my boss, like more than like 15 years ago back then,
Hmm,
when I had a normal job at Renault. It's a car company.
really?
Yeah, and we
From
we
that
stayed
job?
good. Yeah, and we stayed good friends. And then in 2014, I told him, "Hey, I'm gonna be in Colombia. I know you live there," because he moved there like in 2013 or something with his family. And we met up in a city called San Gil, which is between here, Medellín and Bogota. And it's a crazy city, like where you've got all the crazy extreme sports you want to do, anything
Mm.
without limits. Like safety
Yeah.
safety is not a concern. And like we
There's no
went,
waivers you're signing or
no, we went rafting, and the guy was like a bit hesitant. Oh, it rained a lot. I don't know if it's a good idea, but it's like, fuck it, let's go. And we went 3 boats, and I kid you not, like two
was
guys almost died. They
holy
went
shit.
underwater for like a minute, and then we picked them up because we should never have gone. We picked him up, and the guy was unconscious. He woke
He
up, and
was?
everything was fine. But
He
I mean,
almost drowned.
he almost drowned. I don't know. I don't know how long he stayed in the water. I couldn't really tell, but we were looking for him. And maybe 10 seconds more, and he was brain dead. You know, who knows? But that was scary. It was tons of fun.
Just a taste of what life in Colombia is like, I imagine.
Yeah. And then I came to Medellin several times, and for cycling too, because it's really good. It's always warm. It can rain a lot though. Like it's been raining for a week, like not nonstop, but almost. So sometimes like I train inside all the time, but okay, it's fine. Like most of the time, it's good. Compared to the 0 degrees or -12 in Berlin, can't train there. I can't.
The
Forget it.
Berlin winters are just awful.
Yeah.
And they never end either. But it seems like everyone that we knew was either not living there during the winter or finding ways to escape for long amounts of time.
Yeah, generally, like a lot of people try to at least leave like January if they can. That's and it's now more okay to do that, to go work like South Africa or whatever and work from there, remote
Yeah, it's
remote work.
same time zone potentially. Yeah, it is, right?
Yeah, it is. It is. I think it's the same.
Which is super convenient. That's like us in South America, pretty much.
Correct.
It's only a few hour difference, which is great. So you said the next race is in Dubai?
Yes. Next week.
Who are you racing with now?
I race with this a Dutch team called the Universe Cycling Team. It's actually an outlier, I would say, because there's no big sponsor. Like all the riders have a job. I think most of them. Maybe there's some students here and there. Like I don't know. So everybody's kind of paying for themselves. Like, oh, we get a race in Dubai. Sometimes the race pays for flight tickets and housing, so it's okay. But sometimes they don't, so they have to budget it and stuff like this. And I know the guys because they race a lot and they race all over the world. So I've seen them in many races. So I got to know a few of them, and it worked out pretty. We'll see how it goes. It's I know them, but once you're inside the team and you see what's happening, you really know how things are going. Because I've been through quite a few teams. I think it's probably my 6th, and I know how it goes. So we'll see. Maybe it's going to be great.
You mean like the internal, like the workings of a team? What do you mean? You know how it goes? I don't like for someone who's I've never been into like a cycling. I never watched cycling professionally. Like I've watched the Tour de France, of course, when Lance was back and was dominating, but I don't really understand how the inner workings of cycling teams.
Well, at my level, which is not the highest level of professional cycling, it's probably like the lowest level of professional cycling. I've done like middle level professional cycling too, so I know how it goes there too. I mean, I think it's the same probably in all the sports, but there's money coming in, and I usually come in as a sponsor. I help the teams and support the teams, and sometimes it is appreciated, and sometimes it is not appreciated. There's like, well, this guy is giving money to the team, and the manager sticks it in his pocket, and then you don't race.
Okay, they're like this guy over here, kind of thing.
Yeah. Most of the time, it's worked out just fine. But there's been a few times where it's like I had to fight. Like
not welcome.
We signed a contract. I'm sponsoring the team. I'm helping the team, and I'm supposed to race this, and then the racing doesn't happen or whatever. The bikes are not maintained. Whatever. Nobody checks the budgets of a cycling team. It's like the owner like does whatever the fuck he wants. If you've got a manager that's not in there for the right reasons, then the team doesn't work. It's like he doesn't pay the salaries, the bikes are not maintained, the money goes into his whatever addiction he's got, and you never see it.
Jeez.
I'll say it again, it's not always like that. It's
sure, but it can be. Yeah.
There's been some teams where, I'm still friends with the manager of the team or the previous owner, and they're good guys, properly. And sometimes they even lose their money because out of passion, they'll do it, but they're losing money. It shouldn't be a business, but it kind of is. in
Yeah,
a way.
sounds
It's
like
like
it.
sponsor money coming in, nobody's really checking, or they manipulate the numbers and then get yourself a new house. Whatever.
That's insane.
I mean, the reality is not as nice as it seems sometimes.
Sure. But I'm sure you vet those teams as best you can before you do it, and then it doesn't always work out, but I would imagine that it works out more often than not.
50-50, yeah.
Yeah, is it a
Yeah.
coin flip?
Pretty much.
That's interesting.
People find ways to make money
I
that are
didn't
very
I didn't know it was
creative and safe.
that much of a risk in terms of what could
Yeah.
actually happen.
Yeah, but it's the same it's the same in a lot of business. I've seen it so much in my lifetime, even in big companies, accountants stealing money or lawyers or
Yeah, that's
whatever. Like
true.
it's so common. People find a way.
Weasels. Weasels everywhere.
Weasels, exactly. Yeah, it's okay. Once you realize it and you accept it, it's like okay, it's part of life. It's okay.
Yeah, for sure. You just have to be aware of it yourself and try to do things that benefit you in an honorable way. At least that's how.
Yeah, correct. Yeah, totally.
So, are you racing as Mehmet Şampiyon Bisiklet or Gab, can you explain to me the difference in the name? Again, I think it was for Turkish reasons
Yes.
originally.
Well, initially it was kind of a fun thing to do.
Yeah, I remember you being. I was in Berlin, I think, when it happened. I
Yeah,
remember
yeah,
you
yeah.
being
So
super excited about it.
one of my friends, good friends that Shadi,
Shadi, yeah.
because you can invest in Turkey and they'll eventually give you a passport. That's the deal, and they still do it today. Many countries do that. Not many, but there's a few. And my friend Shadi was doing it, so I was like, huh, it sounds like a pretty straightforward process. So and they had good lawyers, so I decided to do it too, and then it worked out really well, like a really smooth process. And it's a transaction, so it should be smooth, right? It's like more or less paying to get the passport, so you get it. And after I got the passport, my lawyers told me, Gabriel, but why you can if you want to change name. Why didn't you do it? Well, change name in Turkey, you can have a different name. It's allowed. And I was like, oh, really? I didn't know. I really didn't know. And then when I decided to do it, they gave me some options of things that would be acceptable. Because pretty much you're allowed to ask anything as long as it's in the dictionary, the Turkish dictionary. And actually, I use a lot of French words in the Turkish dictionary.
Okay, I didn't know that.
Like trottoir, coiffeur, it's like a hairdresser, sidewalk, whatever. Somehow there's a French influence in their dictionary.
Interesting.
And we made a few suggestions, and one of them was Champion Bicyclette and Mehmet, because I have a good friend whose name is Mehmet. I don't know if you know Mehmet.
Is he Turkish?
He's Turkish, yes.
Yeah.
Well, was Turkish and then became German, and
Gotcha.
born in Turkey. So I tried that, and the lawyers were like, we'll try it, but it has to go in front of a Turkish judge who has to decide if it's viable or if it's okay. It's not just if you do it and it's automatically done. And they must have argued really well because it worked. The judge but I wasn't there, but they told me that they presented it to the judge, and the judge had a good laugh and said, yes, it's fine.
He's a cyclist.
Yes.
It's perfect.
Yeah, it's perfect. And then
It means champion cyclist for anyone
yeah,
wondering.
champion on the bike.
Champion on the bike.
And so it was approved, and then I decided to, instead of racing as Gabriel Müller, French flag, to race as under the Turkish flag as Mehmet Şampiyon Bisiklet. So now in cycling, I'm known as Mehmet Şampiyon Bisiklet.
Yeah, you are Mehmet. Yeah. That's like that name. It carries more weight than your real name these days.
So it's been like this for 2 years now, and I get to participate in the national championships, which is fun.
Really?
Yeah. I've done it twice now. It's usually in June. It's a one-day race. It's annual, yeah. It's a one-day race with the professional cyclists of Turkey. You've got the normal road race, which is usually like 150 kilometers, and then the time trial, which is usually about an hour. You're on your own bike, on your own, and try to go as fast as possible. And whoever's fastest individually is the national champion of time trial.
It's time trial.
It's time trial. So I do both, and it's been well. I think I can do okay there.
Yeah.
And I like racing in Turkey. I like Turkey in general anyway. It's a fun place to go.
Yeah, it's beautiful, and I'm sure it's great for cycling as well.
For racing, it's quite good. The weather is usually good. It's not too aggressive type of cycling. It's not too technical. There's not so many crashes. It's better for my style.
Mm-hmm.
Is the cycling culture big in Turkey? Not really. They have a lot of races, though. They have tons
Just
of races.
not amongst the Turkish, maybe, right?
They're definitely trying to develop. It's been years
Mhm,
that they've been trying to develop like the racing in Turkey. But usually the Turkish cyclists race mostly in Turkey. They
mhm.
do race outside sometimes. Maybe it's a visa thing too, because they don't have visa-free access to Europe.
That's true.
That could be also a big reason. You know, I'm sure they would come racing in Europe if they had visa-free
So
access, but they don't.
you should then be the spokesman for Turkish racing.
So, because I race there
Promotional
often.
pieces.
Yeah. I start to get to know the people there, and they remind me also of Colombians. They're really kind, they're really helpful, and when I have a problem, they really help. And
That's awesome.
they actually offered me a spot in one of their professional teams recently, but I already had said yes to another team, so I couldn't say yes to that one. But I really appreciate that they thought of me, like, oh, they're interested in me, like, fantastic.
Yeah. What was the I remember last time I saw you over the summer, you were telling me a story about how you were in a meeting trying to speak the language, but you couldn't get it right. I think it was it Poland or what was it?
Oh, was it Armenia?
Yeah, that's yeah, Armenia.
Yeah. Yeah, it's fun for me to try to obtain citizenship. So
You
I
have
was
to
trying
tell
to.
that story.
So I've been a resident of Armenia for probably 5 or 6 years. So after I think 3 or 4 years, you can ask for the citizenship. Are you going to get it? Who knows? But you can ask for it. So I went to Armenia. I learned a little bit the language and the alphabet, which is different from ours. The alphabet, every letter is different, and
It's not
basically
Germanic, it's totally different.
it's something specific to Armenia.
Holy crap, I didn't know that.
Yeah. And I think the alphabet is only Armenia. They only have it there. And I show up there, the file is ready, and I'm supposed to go to the immigration office. And basically, the Armenian test is you filling up the citizenship request in front of the immigration lady. So you sit in front of her, and you've got 2 pages of document where you're supposed to put your name and where you live and what you do and what documents you're providing. And it was extremely difficult to do, extremely difficult. Weeks of work because I don't know, I couldn't process the alphabet in my
No,
head.
yeah.
Got the first time I showed up there, I got denied because I didn't have it 100%. I had it like 95%, but there's a few things
It
that I
has to be
couldn't write.
100%.
Has to be 100% correct. So the lady was like, no, but she gave me another shot 2 days later. So I had like 2 days to really learn it as good as I can. And I did pass it. I came back and I passed it. Everything was perfect. Oh, okay. And then we move into a different step, different room where she checks all the original documents, the notarized apostille documents, your birth certificates, passports. She checks everything. And she asked for my Turkish passport because she has to know, she knows that I'm also Turkish. You have to
Mehmet.
tell them that you are. But she didn't know that I had a different name in Turkey. And in Armenia, from what I understood, you cannot have two different names in two different countries. Like it's just not recognized. So she said, we have to change the application and you have to apply as Mehmet because that's your latest name change, blah, 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 blah. And so basically it was because of that reason, I couldn't finish the application, which doesn't mean that I would have become Armenian, but at least maybe I would have had
The
a chance.
application.
Yeah, so the application got denied, so I have to go there again. But it was so much work, so much time that I don't know if I'll do it again because I have to start from scratch. Like, we'll see. It's in the back of my mind. It's not necessary for me to do it. It's just for fun.
For sure. And
Mhm.
the name came back to get you there on that one.
Correct. And I was really frustrated that somehow my lawyers didn't tell them in the application process that I had a different name in Turkey. I don't know. Anyway,
I seem to recall that the part about the interview or the meeting you told us the first time was that your lawyer was with you and he was like whispering the answers
yes,
into your
I didn't want to say it, but when I got denied, like he was trying to whisper the stuff that I forgot. But the lady, the immigration lady, was looking at us like really mad. And in general, I don't think they're really interested in having like foreigners that don't really live in Armenia or don't
Yeah.
participate in their life to become like Armenian.
Yeah, like
So I
what
wonder.
benefit to us is to giving him a pass or a resident or a whatever it is, yeah. citizenship.
unless they have like a specific intention of like having a bunch of foreigners become Armenian and bring in money and whatever and make it all very easy, probably gonna get refused. It's like unless I spoke perfect Armenian and I could show that I live there, then maybe it would get approved. But I think I might be playing like an endless game.
Yeah. How did you end up in Armenia in the first place? What was it about Armenia that took you there?
Let's say I was trying to optimize my international taxes and
Taxes.
I don't know. I find it interesting. I had an advisor that was trying to help me in my international taxes, and part of the plan was getting different residencies that eventually could lead to a different passport. And I think having multiple passports eventually will be very helpful in the near future. I mean, we saw it during COVID. It's like
The ability.
Yes, at a certain point, everything was shut down. You can only go to certain places if you have residency or a passport. Otherwise, you were stuck in your country in some places. I mean, that was very exceptional, and I hope it never happens again. But that's why it was also helpful back then to have also like a residency in Indonesia and stuff like this, because I could go there. Otherwise, you can't. What can you do? Nothing. You're stuck. And I like to travel. I get upset if I can't travel.
Yeah, same.
So that was Armenia was one of the places where eventually I could maybe get the passport. So that was the plan.
Just furthering your reach, global reach. That's always a goal of yours, it seems.
Yeah.
And then you have in Indonesia, you still have the residency that's still active.
It's still active. It's necessary because I own a hotel there, partly own a hotel there. And I think I have to maintain residency there just for that reason. Because I haven't been there in 2 years now.
Really? I wasn't sure.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's been a while.
I feel like I haven't seen you there in a while. Okay.
Yeah, it's been a while. Now that I have, I'm dating Anna here.
It's different.
Like opposite sides of the world. So if I have time, I come here rather than in Bali.
Yeah. But do you think? I actually have never been to Bali. Hoping to go this year actually for the first time. How would you explain that place? It is a unique place in terms of how or who is spending time there in terms of Westerners.
Well, it's a beautiful little island. Well, it's not little. It's big enough, and it's really tailored for, I think, like something like 80 or 90% of the economy of Bali is tourism, and it's good for them because it helps like manage the develop like the island. Like people in Bali are significantly richer than other islands. You don't really see high poverty in Bali, but you do see it in the other islands.
Just like the neighboring islands, right? Just like right there.
Yeah. I remember flying to one of these islands. I forget the name of it, Flores or something like this, for diving. And then there you really see poverty, like kids begging, looking through trash. It's really sad. In Bali, not so much. And I think it's mostly thanks to tourism. And it's 100% catered for tourists. It's not expensive to live. You have really high quality of service, good food. There's basically not so much regulation, so you kind of do whatever you want. It's very, you do whatever you want. They let you do more or less whatever you want. And
business-wise or just in general?
I think in general. And business-wise, I think it's attractive to a lot of digital nomads because nobody's asking you questions. It's like you go there, you take your laptop, you don't pay taxes, nobody is asking you anything. So tons of people they're just going there and working remotely and not paying taxes, and life is good. You have your coconut, your whatever. It's tailored for nomads. A good place to be. Like I can't deny it. So it's almost like too easy. It's like unreal. It's like you feel like you feel like you're in paradise. Everything is so easy. You kind of lose touch with reality. And you got everybody doing something for you. You've got your cleaner, you've got someone that cleans your clothes, cleans your house, a guy that takes care of your motorcycle. You don't have to do anything. Everything is so cheap that you have a person for everything. Yeah. So you can live there with not so much money and then and have a really, really comfortable life.
Yeah, that's kind of why I wanted to check it out this year, pretty much.
Yeah, so it's worth it. It's really worth it. But I think at a certain point it becomes so easy that I don't know. Yeah, I do feel like people lose. Yeah. People lose track with reality. It's like they have to go into these very like spiritual bullshit kind of thought.
Dude, those things are ridiculous. I feel like they exist for those reasons.
I feel like, I don't know, you get to such a high level of comfort that you have to do that. It's like, and yeah, it's specifically certain places in Bali are like that. Like Ubud, for example, is very much like a spiritual kind of place. And I spent a lot of time there, and I just didn't vibe with the people there. I couldn't do it. But it's worth a try to see what it's like. And
Yeah.
I do feel like most people like kind of have to go through this spiritual phase, and then okay, you do it, and after a while you get sick of it and you go back to reality. Yes.
I think it's a phase. If you say it that way, I feel better about it, because like I feel like a lot of it's just manufactured spirituality. It's not like true spirituality. And I kind of felt that when I was in Tulum, actually, that time I visited you.
You will feel similar vibes in Tulum. That's right. Yes.
It's pretty similar to that, correct?
Yes. You feel similar vibes. Yes.
And I, in general, don't really gravitate towards people like that.
And I assume they're not watching your channel, so you're not going to upset anybody.
Hey,
well,
they
except
they need to hear it.
I had to do it.
So,
anyway.
No, we should. So Craig is Gab's friend, and I actually met Craig the first night in Berlin when I messaged you on Facebook, and I didn't. We went to the festival together, Tomorrow World or whatever it was, Tomorrow World at Georgia.
Yeah. Yes.
And then I messaged you, and then we went to dinner, and he was there. I'll never forget it. And Canadian guy, I love Craig.
Yeah.
And is he still learning German or no?
Probably. I think he's applying to the German citizenship, so he has to learn it. He has to speak.
Amazing.
I think he is. Yeah, good old Craig. I forgot that you met him the first night you got to Berlin.
Yeah, that dinner party, whatever it was. And then he kind of introduced me to Danny and all them too. Because he worked with HelloFresh.
Right.
And then the rest is history. That was a wild 2 years that I almost 2 years when I lived in Berlin. I learned so much about myself, that's for sure.
But Berlin is also like not reality also, it's
it's not.
Such a place, it's such a massive party place, and it's not reality.
It's just such an international
it's really
city
fun.
Too. All kinds of people go there.
All kinds of people.
And that's why I liked it. I felt like I was always, being from Texas, living in Berlin, came with its, people were like, Texas, huh? I kind of had to respond to that on a daily basis. And I learned so much about how, how the U.S. impacts what's going on outside the world through Berlin, really. Because I never thought of it that way, right? But it teaches you to be super present in your demeanor, and always like available to listen and understand and have a conversation about things that you probably wouldn't have had back home. So it kind of just like it matured me in a way, like I had a ton of fun, of course, with you and the clubs and everything. And wow, what an experience most of those nights were, especially the one night where I went to the spa at Sisyphus.
I do remember that.
It's no longer there, sadly.
I've never. It might be a pop-up thing that they do once in a while.
Yeah,
but I've never heard about it ever again. Well, they also have those naked tea parties. I don't know if you've been to those.
Not at Sisyphus, but I did. I went to one of those at Garbage.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it's like a separate little thing hidden, and people
they
drink
had
tea naked.
Sauna and tea. And it wasn't like, so that's a really interesting thing to bring up. It's not like it's not really sexual, actually.
It shouldn't be.
I know, but you would think just naked tea party, right?
The thing is, like, Germans don't, they're okay with nudity. Like it's not sexual to them. And for me, it's very different. You don't get naked in front of your friends or in front of your family or whatever.
Even being French.
But even being French, we don't have like naked spas, or whatever.
I guess that's
true. In Germany, the people do it. They're like, let's go there and you go naked with your friends. It's perfectly normal. The naked tea party is normal. It's not sexual. But to me, it's a bit of a mindfuck.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I was like, wait, naked tea party?
There's naked people everywhere.
Is this just an orgy? What is this?
It's not supposed to be.
But it wasn't. It was like respectful, and everyone was like talking normally. Of course you look around a little bit because we're humans, like the other naked people, right? But like you don't even feel inclined to like make a move or something. Like it's just we are who we are, and it's exactly as it would be as if we had clothes on, basically.
Pretty much. Pretty much.
Yeah, that was a Sven that was a Sven trip to Garbage. Yeah, that was quite the weekend. Oh man, too
I
many
still like Berlin.
inside
I still like
jokes.
Berlin. I still like Berlin, but
Yeah,
I think it was maybe yeah, things have changed a little bit for me. I feel like
I imagine.
I'm a different person than I was 10 years ago when I first went to Berlin. It's still a lot of fun to go to Sisyphos and stuff like this, but I don't know. I feel like I've been when I go to Paris now, I like it there. I feel like maybe I should spend more time there,
Hmm,
because my family is there too.
that's true. Adrian is there?
Yeah. Adrian's there, my sister, my nephew, my nieces, and really old friends from back then that I'm still in touch with. And I know that if I move back, my social life will be great. Maybe better than in Berlin. In Berlin, like my feeling was like people party hard on the weekend and then nothing happens during the week. But I was like, hey, Monday night, let's go do something. But no one does anything on Monday or Tuesday night. It's like they go home and maybe they do some yoga and that's it. It's like I want to have a more social life all the time.
I could see that. I was in Paris this summer, and it does feel like there's a different element there that Berlin doesn't have.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, being French too, I would imagine there's just a lot of benefits for you to live somewhere like that. But you still have both flats in Berlin?
Yes.
You haven't sold it yet?
One of them is for sale, but it's been for sale for a long time. It's not moving. But not that it's
Which is
an
crazy.
ugly flat. It's fantastic.
I love
Just
that place.
the market. Yeah, it's insane. But it's just not moving because probably it's too expensive. I assume. Also, things haven't changed. Like, nothing is moving. Nobody's buying. It's just the way the market is. So maybe I just need to be more patient until I don't know whatever is happening to the demand. It's probably an interest rate that's still probably really high.
Mhm.
Until they go down, probably maybe nothing happens. I want to get rid of it. I love it, but I loved it, but now I don't feel like I'll live there again.
Interesting. You mean Berlin?
No, that place.
Oh, okay. Because
Yeah.
your new place is sweet.
Yeah. It's pretty awesome.
I feel like Anna didn't like it though.
She didn't.
And she changed.
No, she didn't like it. But it's not the apartment. The apartment is fantastic. She just doesn't relate to. She doesn't feel good there. It's very different. People here in Colombia are really friendly, really caring.
Mm.
They smile a lot. They're happy in general. Not like they're pretending to be happy. No, genuinely, they're good people.
Hmm.
And Berlin is almost the opposite.
Yeah, that's true.
People aren't smiling. People aren't friendly in general. Of course, the people that we know, yes, they are.
Once you get to know them, right, that's different.
Yeah.
At the beginning, it's very hard.
Yeah. I've got lots of various conflicts also in Berlin that she sees and she doesn't understand. It's like,
I'm
to her,
sure.
it doesn't make any sense. It's almost unfair. She doesn't get it, but that's the way it is there. It's not the same culture. So she doesn't feel at home, which I understand. I feel like in Paris, like we went there once for a few days and immediately she's like, oh, I like it here,
Yeah,
It's it's more Latin than Germany. So immediately
definitely.
she feels like, oh, here I could maybe, spend some time here.
Yeah, she can read the menus. She can do things
And
a lot.
just the culture in general is
Feels more
already a little
fluid.
closer. Yeah, and then we also spent some time in Madrid, and there, because of the Spanish and
Easy.
the high Latino immigration, even more. So we have to manage this long distance. I mean, we do it fairly okay. It's been 2 years now that we're together, and we're most of the time together, maybe 7 or 8 months out of the year. There's still like long periods of time where we can't meet because I'm racing and she's working,
Yeah, I also feel like Berlin has changed since you moved there and since I was leaving there quite a bit. It didn't feel quite the same the last time I was there.
It's possible. It's possible that it's changing. Now, both me and probably the city also changed. So
Yeah, that's kind of how I see it too.
everywhere people change. Everywhere things change.
Way things
And
go.
if it's not a good fit anymore, we'll see. Maybe I'll change my mind. And I think
Yeah.
I'll keep going there. But
It's a
maybe not
lovely
as much as
summer.
I used to.
Amazing
It's a good
place.
summer. Yeah, it's good
It's the
for summer
best.
for sure.
I'm hoping to get back. I actually have some friends now in Lyon, so hoping to get there at the end of April, May.
In France, in Lyon.
Yeah,
Nice.
just couple of French guys that we met a few summers ago. I met another one this summer, and he's a really cool guy. You'd love these guys. And they're having some people come in from Sweden that we also met while we were traveling. Considering going hanging out with them for a little bit and spending some time in Europe, but
Okay.
not quite sure yet. Yeah. So if you could fast forward 3 to 5 years, where do you even think that far into the future? Are you more of a how do you perceive what's going to happen ahead of you? Are you more do you stay like in the now, or how do you see things?
Well, I think about it a little bit, but it's not like a perfect visualization of what I want. I know that probably in 5 years I'll be retired from cycling. Not that I'm getting worse. I don't think so. Actually, maybe I'm still getting better because there's so much improvements that I can make. As long as I keep being curious, I think I'll keep getting better. As soon as I lose it, and it's the same for business. As soon as I lose curiosity, and it's just these things stagnate. So as long as I keep that curiosity and I'm trying to get better, I think I will improve despite the age. And in 3 to 5 years, will I still be racing bikes? It's a possibility. I think eventually I'd like to manage a team so I can funnel some funds. No, I'm joking. I really love the
A
sport.
little
It's like
money laundering scheme.
a little money laundering, whatever. No. It's I really love the sport, and actually I think it'll be good because like there's like the riders themselves, like the cyclists are usually like fantastic guys. It's really
Sure,
hard
yeah.
sport. It's so hard.
You have to
You
bond with
can't
each
fuck
other
around.
because it's so hard.
You can't really be an idiot and be a cyclist because you got to train 20 hours a week. You got to be careful with what you eat. You got to be diligent. If you're not 100% on the race day, you get destroyed. So it constantly like
Mentally
kicks you in
too,
the
like
nuts.
the requirement to be prepared to do this task of winning or contributing to the team requires a ton for you in your mind.
Right. And most of the time you get murdered, you get destroyed. Every time you gotta come back because there's 150 riders on the race, only one wins, and it's usually kind of the same guys that always win, and it's not easy. And on top of that, oftentimes you get managers that are just not in there for the right reasons.
Mm, it's
And
complicated.
yeah, those guys are trying to make a decent living, and they should. And it's just not happening. And yeah, so I'm thinking maybe one day I'll have
You'll
my
have
own
your own
team,
team.
and
I like
yeah,
that.
get a bunch of good guys in the team and pay them fairly as they should. And I don't ever want to put like I could not be a team owner and fuck everybody. It's
Right.
awful. I could never do that. And yeah, we'll see. We'll see.
I like
I'm
that.
thinking of doing that. I'm thinking of doing that in 5 years. On the business side, the app business, because I don't think we mentioned it.
No, we haven't talked about business. This is a podcast for business.
Oh, that's true. 45 minutes in, and we haven't talked about it. We only
No.
we only fucked around about various topics.
No, but the one you just mentioned about the team is a really cool one to strive towards. I think that really fits you long term.
Yeah. I think it'll be cool. And but for that, like to be legitimate, I still need to be, I think, a better writer.
Really?
Yeah. It's like okay, I understand the day-to-day life of a cyclist. I understand the struggles, the ups and downs, the health, the this, the that. The weight that's too high or too low or whatever. I understand all the struggles, but I don't understand, the struggles that the top riders have, the best ones in the world. So I'd like to be at least better. I think I need to be a little better to be legitimate. And because if I set up a team and I have riders that are much better than I was, I think it doesn't make so much sense,
Yeah, but you'd be an owner, right?
Yeah.
You could potentially have somebody with you that is.
I could, of course, but I would feel better if I've done it. I wouldn't be able to advise them. Let's say I have a top rider in the team that's like trying to win this and this and this and that. I couldn't give him advice. Problems that I haven't been able to solve, he's trying to solve.
Yeah.
It's like if I
Yeah, that's
for
true.
the app,
That's true.
yeah, for the app business, for example, if someone comes up to me and he's starting out or making some money, whatever, and asks me for advice, I feel legitimate. I've done it.
Mm,
I can give advice. Now,
yeah,
if you
very
got
true.
someone that makes $1 billion a year or whatever, I'll listen to him. I don't think he's going to listen to me.
You don't want to feel like an imposter or something. Like
Exactly. Never.
you are like what you say you are. And if a rider in the situation of owning a cycling team is having issues, you know pretty much exactly what to do in the scenario that
Exactly.
he needs.
Yeah, potentially, of course, you hire coaches or whatever,
But then
or
they're doing
former
things
cyclists.
that you don't understand maybe, and then you lose control.
Correct.
It's a balance.
Correct.
I'm sure you're close to that level. I mean, you've been competing at a high level for what, 10 years?
7, 8 years, yes, but like if I go race with the best cyclists in the world,
Yeah.
I'm completely uncompetitive. I'll be happy if I finish. It's they're just on a different. They're 10% stronger than I am, and some of it is natural. I can't deny it. It's like genes. A lot of it is genes, and I can't change that. But maybe that's 50% of the game,
Yeah.
and the rest, tons of stuff that I'm probably doing wrong
But
that I can improve.
do you think it's just genes? Or I mean, you started late
Yes.
as well. So there's some like, what do you like? What did you play sports when you were younger?
Yeah, I kind of always did sports, not at a high level. Just
You just
playing
did some.
football,
Yeah. Yeah.
soccer.
You did. No, football is fine. I love football.
Football is fine. Yeah, yeah. I always played some sort of competitive sport, very amateur level.
Yeah.
And I did start cycling very late, but does it really matter? Yeah, probably. Am I decreasing? I don't think so, but
No.
I started late, so I'll probably never have the technical abilities that the guys have. That's something that the handling of the bike. I handled the bike quite well, but when it comes to managing the peloton and rubbing shoulders and pushing other guys and getting pushed around, that's really not my thing, and I'm not really getting better at that.
No.
No.
Like the physical
It's a scary
aspect, like
place, man.
the
It's like
positioning.
there's a bit of you have to be at the right position at the right time, and it gets actually quite scary. Let's say you're getting to a really important part of the race, which is usually like the bottom of a climb, where you need to be in the front. If you want to be competitive, you need to be in the front, because from the bottom of the climb, they start full gas, and if you're in the back of the peloton, you never make it back. And
Yeah, you gotta hang in there.
it's a fight, man. It's a moving. You get people pushing, shoving, and crashing. No, no,
Is
no,
it
no,
that
no.
physical?
It's mentally exhausting because it's really scary. Things can turn in a second. I have to be honest. Like, I'm scared. Like, when it gets to that, I get scared, and when you're scared, you're in the back because people crash. It crashes all the
Yeah.
time, and it's a dangerous sport. The good thing is, since I'm scared and I can see when shit is going down, I usually don't crash so much. Very little. But at the same time, I'm also not at the right position where I should be.
Yeah, you're not pushing the envelope. Yeah.
No, I'm not taking the massive risks. And also maybe that's because of the age. I think maybe when you're younger, you don't really give a shit anymore. There's this theory that when you're young, your brain is not completely formed, so you
Yeah.
the risks as older guys see it, as it actually is. Or maybe I'm making excuses. I don't know, but
You're right.
that's why I like races where the position doesn't matter as much. And there's in France, a lot of the races are it's a lot about positioning. That's why I don't really enjoy racing in France. It's just
Mm,
too dangerous for me, and too technical.
I imagine largely part due to the fact that the Tour de France is so well known. So the most
Right.
competitive racing is right in your home country.
It's it's the highest level race in the world, like the Tour, for sure, for sure. I can't imagine how it is. The media, anyway.
Right. There's a lot that comes with it, and
Yeah,
besides training, of course.
yeah, yeah.
So, would you have any final messages for people? So the podcast is kind of made for like other entrepreneurs.
Yeah.
Um, do you have any like mindsets or kind of just overall feelings about approaching entrepreneurship and kind of what maybe helped you be successful in terms of just like mindset or approach, like not specific to your business?
Right. I feel like this evolves depending on which level you're at. If you're starting out, it's hard to find the niche or business that you should spend all your time in, right? And I was, 12 years ago when I started, I was kind of dabbling around with like different little projects that I wanted to do, and eventually, like the app business just felt logical to me, and I spent all my energy on it. It just felt so logical. But the way the business is structured, where you hire teams in foreign countries, you don't have to show up at a certain time when you feel like working. You don't have to be technical. Meaning, I don't know how to code. I'll never know how to code probably. You can hire people to do that and do it really well. And it's pretty quick. Like creating an app and getting it on the store, it can be really, really quick. And pretty quickly you
Sure.
can make things move. It's not like a massive business that requires a ton of investment. You can get started pretty quickly.
Yeah.
And pretty easy. And as long as I put energy and, well, not necessarily energy, but like focus on it and try to improve things and trying to find solution, being curious, it always improved. The minute I stopped and I felt like for whatever reason, either like it's an ego thing or I felt like I've done so well in the past that I will forever do well, which isn't the case.
Complacency is a typical
Complacency
behavior.
comes in, like, exactly. Yeah. And then things just, I remember during COVID times, I was very complacent. I thought, I've been so successful up until now. It will forever continue. And I stopped learning, and my ego, my brain became too big. And it thankfully, well, in a way, like, the numbers like showed that I was heading in the wrong direction. It said like 4 years it went like this, and then at a certain point it kind of went like, stagnation, and for like probably 2 or 3 years until finally, like, I realized I was heading in the wrong direction, and I actually needed a really good therapist, like, to put me back into normality. I think I had not completely, but I had lost touch with reality.
Interesting.
I kept making mistakes and the same mistake over and over again, and then thankfully I had a good therapist, and she put me back. Like, okay, Gabriel, it's time to get back to work. Like, because I tried just letting all the other people make all the decisions for me, employees and stuff like this, and it just didn't work. If I have made it this far, it's because I kept growing. And the minute that I stopped and tried to rely entirely almost on others, it stopped working. And now, since 2-3 years, I question myself a lot. I question the business, and it's started to grow exponentially again. And I feel like entrepreneurship and mental well-being are very, very linked. Let me see how I can explain this. Like, it goes hand in hand. Like, you can't be
It's
just like for
detrimental
cycling.
not to have one without the other.
Right. Like, for example, for cycling, I can't be partying all the time and then try and performing. But actually, for business, it's kind of the same. And so it forces me into becoming a better person in general. And I feel like this is also part of the reason why now I have more stability in my life. More stability with, I have a serious girlfriend, and I stopped smoking cigarettes.
You did? I didn't know that.
Yeah. A year and a half ago.
He's a professional cyclist and he smokes cigarettes, ladies and gentlemen. He is.
Yeah. I used
And he's
to,
complaining about his genes.
Well, actually, I stopped, and it's not like my performance improved. Not at all. I don't think it was.
Did it?
No, I don't think it was effective. It was like very minute. It was more like I realized that it's also thanks to Anna, my girlfriend. Like, she was like, I don't like it when you smoke, and you're completely normal. Like, I remember when I was a non-smoker, like, dating a smoker was like, ugh.
Oh, yeah, dude, I hate cigarettes.
It's difficult.
Living in Berlin was hard for that reason. Cigarettes.
Yes, cigarettes everywhere. Bars, clubs. Wish. I can feel you. But so I stopped smoking. A bunch of stuff that I stopped, and I feel like my adult life has been correcting addictions that I grew when I was like a teenager or something.
All stems from you remaining curious about just life as a whole.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
you maintain that, and kind of the rest of your life seems to fall into place as long as
solving problems.
Yeah, as long as you're solving problems, doing something that you
solving problems.
enjoy.
Yeah. Instead of trying to ignore them, it's like, like, smoking is a problem. It's not okay. Once you realize it, and then you try to find a solution, I eventually found one. It's actually one of my friend. I don't know if you know Ash.
Yeah.
You know Ash.
I like Ash.
Yeah, Ash is cool. And I realized that he stopped smoking because he was a heavy smoker.
Well, he looks great now.
Yes, he's taking care of himself. That's right. Yeah. He's running. He's stopped smoking.
He's a new Ash.
Yeah.
Super. I didn't see him. I just saw him on Instagram. I was like, he looks great.
Yeah, he looks good. Yeah. And he told me about this app that he downloaded, and you pay whatever $50, and it's a whole program that lasts for a week. You watch videos, you have some written exercises, and at the end you stop smoking. Oh, okay. And I gave it a shot, and it worked.
Really?
Yeah, it worked.
Genius.
For those that are interested, I know Americans don't smoke, but it's called Quit Sure. If they wanna, and I am not affiliated with them, but it worked for me, and it worked for Ash. So
interesting.
I do still have Quit Sure.
Like SURE? Sure.
Oh yeah, Quit Sure. Let me see if it's still in the store, but probably it is.
And it like psychologically changes your habits, your addiction.
It's a psychological approach to. Yeah, it basically
Can it
tells
be
you the
applied to
truth.
anything?
I think it can be applied to weed and puffing.
The vapes,
Vaping, the vapes also. It's the same concept.
those are worse in my.
I don't know. Well, now it's a bit switched, right? People that, at least here in Colombia, nobody smokes, but a lot of people vape. So they kind of switched over.
You get the popcorn lung thing, and you have that convenience factor. You can do it anywhere, and I think
Can do it anywhere.
that's what makes it worse, in my opinion. But anyway, those are good lessons for anyone to learn and strive towards. I think remaining present and remaining curious for whatever it is you may be interested in life is really a good kind of pedestal to lean on when you're not sure where you are in life or you're having trouble with something. Valuable lessons for sure. Maybe for Gab, for
Gab.
the professional cyclist and successful entrepreneur in the app world. For Gab, for Gabi actually is what it says. I love Gabi. That's my name. That's my name for you. Cool, man. Well, it's been a lot of fun. Hopefully, I'll see you this summer. Maybe we can do another podcast sometime this year, and
Sure.
or do it in
Sure.
person. That would be even better.
Right, that'd be cool. Yeah.
I
If you
could
want to do it in Berlin, we
bring
could
some
do it.
stuff to Berlin. Yeah, exactly. You don't need a lot. You just need the little carabiner mics that clip onto the shirt, and then a light or two, and then the phone is a camera. So we could probably do it.
Very cool.
Anyway, it's been a lot of fun, Gab. Glad you're doing well.
It has been.
My heart to you for your family and your mom. That was really hard to hear.
Thank you.
She's a wonderful woman. I met her, I think, 2 times. Yeah, I'll never forget her face, her laughing, her smile, and her just warm energy. She was a great woman.
She was, yes. We miss her.
And I'm sure you're glad to be close to your family as well in Colombia, or closer, and because they're in Mexico, right? Or your brother.
Correct, yeah.
Peter, right? Is it Peter? Yeah.
Angelina.
Yeah, Angelina. I didn't really talk. She doesn't speak any English.
Angelina, yeah. No, I think you met Louis and Peter, I think, and my mom.
No, who's your?
I think she was
your
in
young sister. What's her name?
Angelina, yes. Maybe Sophia, but Sophia is
the one who was
Cuban.
in Berlin. Yes, that one.
Oh,
yes,
she's Cuban. No, she doesn't speak English.
Sophia. Yeah, I was like, I can't talk to this girl.
That's from my dad's side. No, she speaks only
that's
Spanish.
right.
And French now, actually.
It's Gab's dad's side. Yeah, that's right. It's such an interesting life. Well, been a lot of fun, man. Thanks for coming on, and
thanks for having me.
Look forward to getting this posted. Anyway. Have a good time in Medellín, and tell Anna I say hello. And
I will
talk to you soon. But thanks for coming on.
Ciao, man.
Ciao.
See ya.
Thanks for listening. If you enjoyed it, be sure to subscribe on YouTube, Spotify, or Apple Podcasts, or really anywhere you get your podcasts. And maybe you can share it with someone you know that is either interested in business, interested in founder stories, kind of hearing the behind the scenes of why people do the things that they do, and just in general, good conversation. So be sure to subscribe and follow us everywhere.